You got a good one?
Yep. Hey folks, I'm Larry Ladowski with MidWest Outdoors, and today we are at Kentucky Lake, fishing out of the Moores Resort. We're with Don Schnuck Kahuna, the big Kahuna, and we're catching these.
That is a real dandy right there, buddy. About 1.25 pounds.
Yeah, right on. We're gonna talk a little bit about how we're catching these guys. We're gonna put this guy in the cooler, hopefully catch a bunch more.
What?
That's
Larry,
nice. That's
what
a
are
nicer
you doing?
fish. That's a
Larry,
nicer
what
fish
are
there.
you doing?
Just hitting the bottom.
You're
Don.
not supposed to outfish the guide. Oh
Yeah, that's a nicer fish there.
That'll work. Oh, look at here.
You got the yellow and I got the white, huh? You can see the difference. Very prominent stripes on the yellow fish.
Delicious to eat. Those are just absolutely perfect and they're gorgeous.
Where are we putting these down?
Right here, Schooler.
Okay. We're in about 17 feet of water. We got a ledge right here that comes up to about 11 feet, another ledge over here that comes up to 11 feet, and there's a hole about 17 feet, 18 feet down. It'll even get to 60 feet right off of the edge on the other side. But what we're doing is we're on the bottom, and you can see this jig here, and it's acting like a wounded minnow. So once it hits the bottom, it flutters down, coming up, bring it up, and it flutters down, hits the bottom, bring it back up, flutters, hits the bottom, and the fish is just coming up and just hitting it really hard.
The current throws that bait against these walls. And these things are kind of lazy. They just sit around and wait for something to come by to chew on.
So the current throws the bait fish against the wall, and these guys are just sitting down there and picking them off, huh?
They're just waiting for the easy meal. That's a nice fish, Larry.
Oh, the big Kahuna. Now that's a nice fish there. That's what, about 2 pounds?
I'd say about 1.5 pounds. Look how thick he is across the back.
Yeah. That's a,
See all that meat right there? Beautiful fish.
Still feel like a cat?
It could, it's that little big stripe. I believe it's probably a catfish. No, it's not a stripe.
Big striper.
Suicide fish.
Double. We got the double going. So Don, what's the limit on these?
15 per person on the white bass and 20 on the yellows. We just come up on another pile of fish. They're suspended about 14 foot. Our depth is exactly 18.5 feet, but our fish are running between 15.5 to 14 feet. There should be catchable stripes.
So our jigging cadence today is almost like an ice fishing cadence or a rip jigging technique. It's really just drop it down, hit the bottom, rip it up. Drop it down, hit the bottom, rip it up. And what these fish are doing is they're actually hitting it on the drop. There's one right there.
And now how cool is that?
Don, you just gave me the right bait.
I kahunatized it. I can de-kahunatize it if I have to now.
Don't do that.
Well, that's a keeper there. Good eating right there. Keep throwing him in
Don't
there.
be de-kahooning me.
There he is. I got one too, Larry.
Jeez.
Let's just
they
double
are
up on 'em.
stacked here. You know, and here's the key. I'm fishing with fluorocarbon line. Got some trilene fluorocarbon on there. It's really light, 10 pound, but it'll sink, and it gets down to the bottom nice and easy with that ghost minnow on there. You're just hit the bottom, tap it up. These guys are just hammering it. We're staying at the Moores here this week, and I'll tell you, it's one of the nicest resorts that I've been to for the sole purpose that Mark and Kathy, the owners, are constantly updating and upgrading all of their amenities. They're constantly building and upgrading new cabins. They've got townhouses, a lodge. The grounds are just perfect. They've got all kinds of activities for the kids, from a miniature golf to a playground, volleyball courts, a sand beach. It's really a great place to stay and bring families and take a fishing trip as well. They've got a marina that you can rent boats, anything from jet skis to fishing boats to pontoons to houseboats, you name it. It's really fun down here. Great for all year, really, from spring through fall. On top of that, just this past year, they put a new bar in the place and expanded their restaurant, and their food is second to none down here. They've got the locals going crazy. And if you want to check them out, just go to mooresresort.com. This guy goes in the cooler. You want to go to the Moores? I'll show you the cleaning station. That might be a bass.
No, it's a nice white.
Oh yeah.
Nice white, nice white. Good one, Larry.
That's a good one.
That's a good one there.
Come here. Whoa.
Nice one. Look at that baby.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was a good one. Look how thick it is across the back. That's a good Kentucky Lake white bass. Good and healthy.
Oh, flip them in. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you what, that's just about a limit, isn't it?
It's real close, Larry.
Hey, folks, we got a mess of fish to clean, but I want to thank the Moores for having us down here, Moores Resort. You can check them out at mooresresort.com. Also want to thank this guy. It is always a pleasure to come down and fish with Don. Don,
Larry.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your help. Midwest Outdoors, we'll be right back. I'm Larry Ladowski. We'll catch you later.